Here we go.
Did you fix it?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, here.
Okay.
She's gonna hold mine. Are you gonna hold both?
I'm gonna go sit over there.
Where?
Over here.
Okay. I'm gonna go stand up. I guess. Where's Martha? Oh. You want me to stay here?
Yeah. Did you want to go over there?
Can I just sit down then?
Yeah. You can do whatever you want.
Okay.
Yes, it is. Should we sign in?
Someone what?
We can watch ourselves.
Do I look that fucking good? Let me show you how to block somebody. If a weirdo comes on,
If a weirdo.
like this,
Like this guy here.
you can click block. But that's Tasha's not a weirdo. But just like if a weirdo comes on. Did you see how to do that, Marlene?
No.
Okay.
Okay.
See, like this. Like this is probably a weirdo. I don't know.
Well, it might not be.
Then you click block.
Okay. No weirdos on here, okay?
To reconnect. Okay, guys. Can I sit down?
Yeah.
Okay. Like this is probably a weirdo. Oh yeah, like if you don't watch it.
Oh, okay. I was like, okay, you're recording, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
We'll save it too. Okay. Hello.
Hi guys.
I'm sorry, I talked to you, so I assume you've been on the road for
Oh, that's
2
fine.
years.
It's not my house. I don't know what it is.
To the left where the laundry room is, and to the left.
Thank you.
Here is a chair.
There's a playroom if you want to take her in the playroom, or she's okay.
Can you pause this thing?
I can stand.
I can sit on the floor.
Yeah, you can,
Somebody
yeah,
can sit.
that's totally fine.
Okay.
Hold on.
Oh, we're starting over? You want me to
Well,
hold
I
on?
thought we were waiting.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, how about, does anyone have any questions that's on Periscope that I can write down that I can answer?
Okay. Sorry.
No one's asking?
How do you? Oh.
They'll start coming up and they'll say stuff.
Okay. Somebody said thanks for doing this. They can't make it.
You're welcome. Any questions you guys want me to talk about on this thing?
No questions.
Sweet. We're waiting for someone that's in the bathroom.
Say hi to everybody. Say hi, girls.
Hi.
Okay.
Okay, I'm Alicia Wilcox, the Presidential Diamond Upline. So I have a couple questions that I'm going to go over. First thing I'm going to say is thank you guys all for coming today on Saturday, and thanks for everyone that's watching. And welcome to all our new distributors. So the first thing I do want to talk about is that if you guys are a new distributor, and any new distributor in the future, they now get a new email when they join the business. So they get an email on day one, and it talks about welcoming them, joining the party. I don't know exactly what it says because I haven't seen it. I did see it at conference, but I can't remember. I might have a picture of it on my phone. But they get an email on day one, and it kind of is just telling them what to do because, you know, there's a lot of new distributors and people don't always give the right advice. So day one, they give an email. Day 7, they give another email. I believe day 7's is the steps to success. So the steps to success, if you guys don't know what that is, the first step is joining the party, which everyone has done, hopefully. The second step is get 4 loyal customers in your first 30 days and you get $120 in free product. And for every 2 loyal customers that you keep directly underneath you, then you get a wrap reward, which is a box of wraps or facials for $25. Then your third step is go Ruby. So your third step is to sign up 3 distributors, and then you want to teach one of those distributors to, well, you want to teach all 3 of them to use the steps to success, but you want one of them to go executive, which is getting 2 distributors and then completing the steps to success also. So they're getting that in their email day 7. So, and I think every single one of the emails has a video from Mark telling them what to do. And then day 10, they get another email, and I can't remember what it says, but does anyone know what it says? that's on Periscope? Or anyone here? No one's new here, right?
It's in an email.
Huh?
It's in one of our emails that we got.
Yeah, I can't remember what it says on day 10, but basically, new distributors all get an email day 1, 7, and day 10. So that's kind of setting them up for success right there. You guys should still be telling all your distributors what to do and how to do it. I think we need to all go back to basics and teach the steps to success. So I'm printing mine out every day on the first day of the month, and I'm filling it in. So, you know, my goal is to complete it 3 times this month. I don't know what your guys' goals are, but that's mine. You guys should at least have a goal to complete it at least once every single month. And they say that if you could just keep doing the steps to success, then you're going to be at the top. So the only difference that they say is between me and you guys that are new is that I've done the steps to success way more than you guys have, because I've been in the longest, you know, out of everyone here. So I've done it a lot more, and that's why, you know, my paychecks are higher. That's why I have more people under me, is because I've done it and I've taught my team to do it. So if you guys just follow those, then there's no reason that you guys shouldn't be successful. So the questions that I have is, first I'll talk about Instagram. I use Instagram a lot for my business. So my daily personal goals are I add 60 friends an hour. I can't always get on every hour, but you guys, that's what Facebook limits you to, is you add 60 friends an hour, post once an hour, and I also unfollow people, which that's kind of a little bit more in depth, and I'm not going to really go over that right now because it's kind of too much if you're new to unfollow and follow people. But basically you can get an app to unfollow people. When you follow a lot of people, it'll show you who's not following you back, and you can start unfollowing people. I'll go over that later.
How do you friend 60 people in an hour? Like what?
So what I do is whenever I friend request people, how I find them is I go to my friends list and I go onto one of my friends and I just start following their friends. I did a Periscope about it the other day on how I use my Instagram, and I showed you guys exactly what to do. It's probably on my Periscope still. So you guys can actually see the visual of it, because I can't show it to you, you know, right now. But I went on there and I showed you guys exactly how I follow people and unfollow people on Instagram. So I try to do that every hour. And then I also like their photos. I go through my newsfeed and I like. You can also comment. I just don't have the time to comment. And, you know, that's if you guys have the time. So what am I posting? I'm posting every day when I wake up. I post a quote. I post motivational quotes. I post 3 before and after pictures at least a day. And I mean, I prefer to post a picture of me using the products. So if I'm waking up and I'm drinking my greens, then I'm like, hey guys, here's my greens, take a selfie or whatever you do. Because I want to show people that I am using the products too. So I do believe in them, and you know, that's important when you're trying to sell something, is you want to sell something that you believe in. It's not even really selling, it's sharing something you believe in. So then I post 3 lifestyle posts. I'm, you know, not good about posting 3 of those a day, but my goal is to post that each day. So lifestyle posts would be like, I could take a picture right now of all of you guys in this room, and I could say, look at all these friends I made by joining It Works. Like, I didn't know the majority of you before It Works. You know, I only knew a couple of you. So that would be my lifestyle post today, because this is fun. I have new friends. That's stuff that people want. A lot of people don't have a lot of fun in their life. You know, they go 8 to 5 job and they go home with their kids and that's it. This gives them something to do outside, you know, of that, and gives them self-esteem. So that's something that you guys need to share with people. You know, like, this is a good example of a lifestyle post. You know, any of you could post that. I post a picture of my kids in the morning. Like, love waking up to my kids. I just slept in and I don't have to go to work. Another one is, the other day I posted a picture of my son. I was at my grandma's house. I could go to my grandma's house in the middle of the day and I could go visit her and take my kids over there, and I don't have to go to work. So I can say I'm at my grandma's house in the middle of the week and I can go visit her whenever I want because I'm not at work. I post little pictures of Rap Cash. Anytime I sell a product, okay, I'm gonna tell you guys, this is kind of stupid and you guys are probably all gonna laugh, but it's true. I lie sometimes. If I sell a product to another distributor, or even if I'm selling, I post a picture and I say I just made Rap Cash. Because I did make cash. I'm not saying if it's, who cares if I sold it to another distributor? I still made money. Like, it's still my cash in my pocket. So, I just post that. I don't think it's that big of a deal. Or like the other day I posted a picture of, just got a spray tan and a Rap Cash, had a great day. I didn't get a spray tan that day. That was from another day, but I really took that day that happened. I just reposted it. So,
I said you still made cash.
yeah. So it was just, I hadn't posted that picture that day because I forgot, so I posted it again another day. It was like a week later. Just stupid stuff like that. You guys, be creative. Be fun, be creative. People don't want to see just like, if you guys have a Instagram or a Facebook that has all it works, people are not going to follow you. They don't care. They don't want to see all it works products all day long. Like, that's annoying. I don't even want to see that. Like, so you guys need to be a little bit different and stand out from other people that are doing that, because yeah, those people might get a loyal customer here and there, but you guys want to be different and show that It Works is a part of your life. So, I have It Works into my lifestyle. Every time I wear a rap shirt, I take a picture. I'm out working my business. If I have a shirt on that's an It Works shirt, I'm working my business. I went to Olive Garden the other day and someone came up to me and some server, and he asked me, oh, what is that thing? He said, my sister tried it. She went to a rap party. He's like, I just lost 90 pounds. And I started he wasn't interested in wraps, but he was interested in other products. So I took a picture of myself wearing that shirt saying that I just had, that's me working my business. I didn't blitz him. He came up to me, but, that's a way to blitz without even trying.
Your shirt blitzed for you.
Yeah. So,
Or the little things on your purse. I've had a lot of people.
yeah, I don't have one of those, but like,
Do you have
show me
one?
that person
Can't.
right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, she has a thing right here and it says ask me.
And it didn't until I saw yours.
So people, ask about that. You can even wear like one of those things around your neck. So you guys just gotta be creative with your business. So I post pictures of my kids. I know a lot of people don't like that, but I do post pictures of my family because my family is my why. They're my reason for doing this. I want people to know that, I'm a real person. I'm a mom. I'm a wife. People want to relate to you.
You got a lot of hearts for that.
So I think it's important for me I put myself out there a lot, and I think that that's important, and that's what's gotten me where I am in this business, because I am who I am. They come to me for a reason. I had a girl that signed up as a loyal customer last night, and she had told me today that she didn't want me to say her name when I announced, because every time I get a loyal customer, I thank them publicly. Like, I'll say, oh, thank you, Sarah, for becoming my newest loyal customer. I appreciate it so much. Or, say for example, this girl, I'm not going to say her name because she doesn't want me to, but she said that she contacted me and she said that she wanted to start on products because she had her mommy belly and can't remember. She said she wanted to lose 15 pounds. So whenever I'm thanking her, I said, oh, thank you so much, so-and-so, for letting me be your distributor. And I can't remember what I said, but I just said something about what she was wanting in her life. Thanks for, you got started on wraps, we're going to fix that mommy belly or whatever. Because people can relate to that. People are like, oh, that's what that girl's doing that for, so that's why they want to do it too. So you guys have to be relatable. And one thing is, I did watch the other day, I don't know if you guys all got on that call, it was Jade Hooper's call with that girl that signed 40 distributors in 1 month. That was a really good call. I don't think there's a recording posted yet, but if I find it, then I'll send it to you guys because it's a really, really good call. But one thing is that she said is that you guys need to talk to people like you're talking to your friend. And I'm guilty of this too. Like, I talk to people and I'm like I made a post the other day, and this is what made me think of it. Is like, I started my Greens this morning, and then in the comments I wrote like everything that Greens does, like superfood, blah, blah, blah. Like, all this stuff that no one cares about. You know what I mean? Like, I really didn't even know all that stuff. I just copied and pasted it from the website. So, like I'm saying, would I sell that to my friend if someone said I wanted to start on greens, and I'd be like, oh yeah, it has 28 superfoods and all this alkalizing power? Like, I don't care. No one cares about that kind of stuff. So you need to talk to someone like they're your friend. So you need to say like, oh, I'm starting my, like if someone contacted you and they say, oh, what's these greens? And I'd say, oh my God, I use my greens every single day. I love them. They make me feel so good. I have so much energy. I haven't gotten sick since I started using them. Like, talk to them like you are talking to your friend, not like you're trying to be a salesperson. Like, no one wants to be like, oh yeah, they have 28 superfoods. Like, they don't care about that. They want you to be a normal person. So that's the kind of stuff I post about. Family, friends. Those are my lifestyle posts. You guys can look at my Instagram, my Facebook. I probably blocked a lot of people not knowing. I block all distributors on Facebook. I try to not block my team, but there's some people that you just can't trust, and that's nothing personal. That's just to protect myself and my business. I've worked really hard to be where I am, and unfortunately there's people out there that want to take your followers and they try to steal your friends, and I don't like that. And if I get any kind of like vibe or anything like that, then you're blocked from my stuff. And that's nothing personal. It's just to protect my business. You know, like I said, I've worked really hard for that. I can't remember where I was going. But, so how do I get friends from different states on Instagram? Is you can go to any kind of, you can hashtag. You can search hashtags. Say you wanted to find someone in Canada. You can search hashtag Canada. Find someone that has hashtagged that looks like a normal person. And go onto their page and then start adding their friends. So, you know, you can do that forever, wherever you want, New Mexico. I mean, anything, you know, Texas or Arkansas, all that stuff. And I've just built my friends list so much that I have distributors now all over the country, which is amazing.
But what do you do like when they're like, do I know you? Why are you calling?
People don't ask you that on Instagram. They just won't accept your friend request. But on Facebook, people do this. On Facebook, I do the same thing. I just go onto someone else's. I try to find someone that's not around me, and I just add their friends.
Farm people.
Yeah. I asked Cassie about this the other day because I'm really bad about when people say, well, who are you?
Right.
And she had a really good thing. What'd you say?
Yeah, I just said, oh, we have several mutual friends, and I've been trying to build my business. I sell It Works, and we have products for everybody, for every budget, and various products in nutrition, weight loss, skincare. I use the products. I love it so much. I love to share it with everybody. Here, you know, anyway, take a look at something like take a look at my site.
Take a look at my profile or something.
If you ever see anything you like, I'd love to chat with you. Here's my site. What's nice now is I think it's letting us send the itworks.com instead of my
Mine got blocked.
Yeah.
Mine got blocked last
So I
night.
got away with that for a minute,
I
but then otherwise I just send like my revised, like put a space in between the dot and com, and so something along those lines, which I would be happy to copy and paste and send to anybody.
Yeah.
It's just, and if people if they end up accepting my friend request or looking, I don't know, but that way I try not to look like I'm just
A weirdo?
doing what I'm doing, adding people I don't know.
Yeah.
So.
But so for example, the person, I didn't have any mutual friends with them, and I just like branded, and they're like, who are you? And I'm just like, oh, I love this business, and I just want to share it with everybody, and I just copy and paste what she said. I just took out the mutual friends part.
Friends part.
Yeah. So that's what you can say to those people. I mean, if they're asking you, they're probably not going to add you as a friend.
Right.
So most people just add me because I have a lot of friends now, you know, so they're just like, oh, if they don't like you, they're just going to unfriend you, you know, just like your regular friends would. So.
Or are doing.
Yeah. Your real friends will unfriend you.
Yes.
Don't worry about that. So, let me see. Okay, let me just try to go down my list. How do you motivate a distributor to post? You cannot motivate them to post, but you can try to help them and tell them what to do. A lot of people that don't post, they don't know what to do. So I found is that I just send them something to post, and I say post this today, and you know, you can change it around to your own words and send them a picture and tell them what to post. And then you know, I had one of my distributors yesterday that she signed up with me probably 6 months ago, and she never worked the business, and she told me yesterday that she was a skeptic. So, I mean, you never know why people sign up. I don't know why she signed up if she was like that, but she said that maybe she was going to start working the business because she now had the money to try the products. But she used a wrap and she had results, but I don't know. She doesn't believe in the other products, I guess. So you never know why people don't post, or I don't even know why some people join this business and don't do anything. That's just how people are. They see that it's really awesome and it's really fun, but then when it comes down to it, they don't want to do it. You know, they don't want to put in the effort to do it. They feel dumb and they just feel stupid. They don't want to, you know, obviously everyone here doesn't feel stupid. They don't care about what people think. But like I made that post yesterday, that picture I posted, it said like, if you feel stupid, you're wasting too much time or something like that. So that's what I would do if you want to try to motivate someone to post, then you just need to send them something to post.
Or tag them in the ones that we post on the team page too.
Yeah. Or you
Like,
can
it's
tag them in
right
your
there.
post.
At what point do you stop, like, and I'm not meaning to sound rude, but like, thank you, or like being like the babysitter, like for
If someone doesn't, like say I sign someone up, I send them everything, like how to get started and all that stuff. If they don't get started, if they don't do anything within a couple weeks, then I mean, I'll reach out to them here and there, but I don't
just let it be.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're going to come around when they're ready. They're not ready to do anything yet. You can't force them to do it. They're going to come when they're ready, and that's it.
Okay.
So do you just stop like sending them messages when you text everybody
Yeah.
else in your group?
Yeah, I just stopped talking to them.
Sorry.
Hey, you're so pretty though. Here.
Yeah, I mean, there's no reason to really contact them. They're not going to do anything. You know, it's not going to change anything. They're going to come to you when they're ready.
Because I have some girls
We have a
that
question.
don't
Sorry.
really do anything, and I keep on.
And are they responding to you?
They never respond to
Yeah.
me, like messaging them.
I mean, you can. It's not hurt if it's not hurting you, but I mean, I wouldn't. Yeah, I wouldn't like. I wouldn't keep doing it. There's no point. They're going to come around when they're ready. What's the question?
I don't know. It went away before I could read it.
Oh, ask again.
Whoever asked that question, can you ask it again, please? I don't know who it was. No
So
response.
about training then, like when your new distributor, they sign up new distributors, right? And then they obviously haven't really been working. It's their best friend that they signed up, okay? And they haven't really been working. And then like this new distributor is just left it, like how?
You can contact them.
Right, but as far as like not, I guess you could say like stepping on toes. You know what I'm saying? Like
Well,
I
if
don't.
if that person's not working the business, then I would just reach out to them anyways. I don't think that's stepping on anyone's
Okay.
toes. I would say, hey, I just want you to know how to get started in the business.
I don't know.
You know, I want to give you all the information.
One right.
Oh.
But like I said, that's the good thing is that now we're sending out those emails, so they kind of know how to get started. Or maybe they're not added onto the team page. You can say, I want to add you onto the team page. Like Marley's done that before. She had a distributor that sent another distributor that the distributor wasn't doing anything. So she reached out to them and said, hey, can I add you to the team page? Or, you know, if you have any questions, contact me. But that person never ended up doing anything because they kind of feel a little unmotivated. You know, like that their person that signed them up.
I message everybody on my, like, that's in my deal line and be like, hey, like, what's going on? This and that.
Yeah.
The question was, why do other distributors report you for doing, like, uncompliant things or incompliant things?
Like, well, other distributors,
Posting in groups.
they don't want you to be doing anything uncompliant. I mean, personally, I don't have enough time to be reporting people. I think it's ridiculous. You guys need to all worry about yourselves. If someone's posting in a Craigslist page or whatever, who cares? Like, to me, that's their problem. I don't really care. They're ruining their own business.
It's got a lot of hearts.
Like, I don't care about that person. Like, I'm not going to go post about on the team page, oh my God, so-and-so's writing on Craigslist page. Like, who cares? Like, worry about yourself. Like, they'll eventually find out because every It Works person's going to message them and is going to say, oh my God, I'm going to report you or whatever, but they don't know. Some people don't know. They're new. And if they're not new, then don't worry about it because That's not affecting your business. You need to go bill out and build your business and be compliant in your own business. Like, don't post stuff that's, you guys should all know what's not compliant, but I'll just go over that real fast. Anywhere you can sell a couch, you can't post on about It Works products. That includes eBay, Amazon, Craigslist, any of those for sale sites, buy, sell, trade, whatever those are. You can't post on there. You guys can't make medical claims. Anything that has a medical claim, like, I'll give you an example. Say that someone said,
Like Jade the other night on one of her periscopes, she said the greens helped with her lupus, but she
Yeah.
was like, I'm not making, this
yeah,
is what
you
it
can't
did
make a
for
post
me.
about that.
Like,
Okay, I see people post this all the time. It's not compliant. To say that greens increase your breast milk supply, that is not compliant. That's a medical claim.
Yeah, these are FDA.
Yeah.
Wait.
That is a medical claim. You cannot say that greens helped your acid reflux. You could say personally, you can give your personal testimony that it helped, but you can't say anything cured. You can't say to increase the breast milk. You can't say the defining gel. You can't say the defining gel cured psoriasis. You can only give something that's a personal, if you have a personal testimony, you can say that it helped, but you cannot say that It Works products cured any kind of medical condition. Anything that's a medical condition, you cannot say that.
Does that mean that when I'm posting, I help cure hangovers with the greens that's in compliance with? It really does.
I don't think hangover is a medical. I
self-induced.
think that's a personal problem.
Somebody wanted to know if you can do to, like companies like Scentsy or.
It's not compliant to run two businesses that have the same products. Like example would be
Mary Kay with all the skincare.
yeah, Mary Kay, Thrive, Isogenics, Shakeology. I don't know. There's so many companies, I don't know. If you guys are running two companies, it's too hard anyways. Pick one, because you're not going to be successful at both. I promise you that. There's not one person that's a top income earner with It Works that has done two companies. Okay, you cannot motivate a distributor. You can only inspire them. So there's no way to motivate someone. Like I said, they'll come to you when they're ready. How do you talk to a loyal customer without saying too much? So I just give the basics. I ask a question, like say for example, someone texts me, hey, what's up with these wraps? And I'd be like, oh, the wraps tighten, tone, and firm in 45 minutes. They're 4 for $59 as a loyal customer. What questions do you have? So then I put it in their core. I always end with a question, and I message with a question. So like, what questions do you have? And then they can respond. And they could say, oh, well, like, is it just water loss? No, it's not water loss because you drink water while you're using the product. You have progressive results over 72 hours. Does that sound like something you'd be interested in? Then they respond, yes. Okay, are you ready to get signed up today? Yes, no, whatever the answers are. Then you guys can use that conversation that way. If they say no, I follow up until someone tells me don't ever text them again. So I follow up 2 days later, I follow up two days later, 1 week later, then I follow up once a month until they just tell me not to contact them. I have people that don't message me like for 6 months, and then they'll be like, I'll message them and say, hey, are you ready to get started today? And they're like, yeah, here's my information.
So when you're on your every month message to them, like what are you saying? So you're not like, are you just messaging them?
I message, okay, so like on Fridays I try to do majority of my follow-ups. I just make up a message that day and I just copy and paste to every single person. But I do sometimes message the same thing. Like sometimes I'll say, hey girl, I have 1 spot left for my 90-day Fat Fighter challenge, or I'll say whatever product that they were interested in. My 90-day wrap challenge, are you interested? Say they didn't respond to that, then the next time I would say, hey, I have 1 spot left for my Fat Fighter challenge, $23, are you interested? Or do you want that spot today? Or, hey, happy Friday, what did I say yesterday? Happy Friday, I'm looking to fill 2 spots today for my 90-day product challenge. Any It Works product you want at my discount. in one spot as a trial distributor. So I just send a different message all the time, but I use the same message for the whole day.
Okay.
Like I'll just copy and paste and send it to every single person in my that I'm following up with that day. Unless it's like, say that it's a 2 day later, like say I talk to someone, I'm messaging them 2 days later. Say that I sent them my website, I would say, hey, did you have a chance to check out my website? Do you have any questions? If they don't respond to me, then a week later I would say, are you ready to get your order in today? Then if they don't respond to me, that's when I start with the other messages. So without saying too much, say as least amount of possible when trying to talk to a little customer. Just give them the facts and make it sweet and short. No one wants to read a book, so they're just gonna like scroll past your message because they don't care. Distributor kits are shipping out. They are slow. I think they're taking 3 weeks is what I heard. But the reason that they're slow is because of the defining gel. So the defining gel looks like it's coming back once a week. So it came back yesterday. So they shipped out a bunch of kits yesterday. So next Friday is when they're shipping again, I assume, because that's when defining gel says it's coming off back order. And you guys can still get started even though your kit isn't here. So you really don't need your kit to start the business. If you guys need wraps, you can ask your upline. They can send you some. I think that's pretty much it about that.
Somebody wanted to know about the 90-day challenge. Do you ask for pictures, like before and after when they do it, and like what wording do you use?
Sometimes I use different ones. So like, say if someone says, yeah, what's your 90-day product challenge? I say, well, what product are you interested in? Say that they said, oh, well, I'm interested in the hair, skin, nails. I would say, oh, well, you would use hair, skin, and nails. Commit to getting hair, skin, and nails today, then commit to another product at my cost for September and October. Any product you want, and our products range from $23 to $59. Send me a before and after picture and I'll send you a free wrap, or I'll say, all I need is your written testimony or something like that.
Has anybody ever actually given you?
Yeah.
I have a wrap challenge going on right now, and 4 of us decided to throw in $20 each for a $100 cash prize. So they're doing a before picture, and then at the end they'll do an after picture, and whoever has the best results, like the upline is going to decide, then they get a $100 cash prize. So, I mean, that's compliant, right?
Yeah, but I wouldn't do the best results because that's kind of...
Somebody's like a lot bigger.
Yeah, it's hard to say who's going to have the best results.
Okay.
And that's not really in their control.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I would try to say, like,
Most inches maybe.
I don't know. Whoever completes my 90-day wrap challenge will get into a
Raffle.
raffle. Yeah.
Okay.
A raffle. Whoever completes the 90 days would get into a raffle, and then I'll pick a person. So that means that they have to complete every order. That's what I would do.
Yeah. Okay.
Because you can't really decide who's going to have the best results because it could be a really skinny person that's going to do it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And what if someone wraps their legs and someone wraps their chin? Like, how are you going to decide?
That's true.
How to blitz without calling someone fat. So, if someone, I'm really, really bad at blitzing, so I'm really not the person to ask about this that great. But I let my shirt do the blitzing. That's why I just wear a lot of It Works clothes.
Crystal's really good at it.
Crystal's good at blitzing, yeah. But basically, you can go up to someone and you could say, hey, can I give you a coupon? You could say, hey, have you tried that crazy wrap thing? Or you can say, okay, there's another one where you can say, like, I'm just out sharing my business with other people. Can I give you this coupon? And then, I mean, if they say, are you calling me fat? I would just say, no, I use the wraps too. Or, you know, they're for everybody. They're just they help tighten your skin.
Or
You can
use
say,
it as like a thank you. Like one example I always tell girls is like at the grocery store, if the grocer is really like helpful or whatever, be like, oh, here's a coupon for my business.
yeah. Yeah, you can do that.
Or like if anybody helps you out, like Denise is really good. If somebody comes to her house, she'll give them a Blitz card and be like, hey, here's a coupon. have your wife call me or,
Yeah.
whatever.
I'm really not good at blitzing. I mean, honestly, I would just look up Jade's videos. Jade Hooper on YouTube. She probably has something about blitzing. I don't think she blitzes either, but someone on YouTube will have a video about blitzing. I'm really not good at it, so I'm really hard to ask.
Someone said I start off with a conversation about our kids, then I blitz. So yeah, make it personal.
Yeah, so you can ask somebody, you can compliment them. You can say, "Oh my God, I love your shirt. Thanks," or "I love your shirt," and then you can say, "Oh, are you on Facebook? Can we be friends?" You don't give them a blitz card. You can say, "Oh my God," or try to start a conversation with them, and then say, "Oh, we should be friends on Facebook. Can I be your friend on Facebook?" or something like that. I don't know. Like I said, I'm not really good at blitzing, so I'm not a really good person to ask about that. Don't use different accounts when you're going to use an Instagram and a Facebook. Like I have a business page on Facebook, but I can tell you I've never gotten one person off of it, so I don't even use it anymore. But people want to know that you're a real person, so that I don't use I use my personal Instagram and my personal Facebook. I don't put anything rap related in my name, and I don't put anything in my bio about It Works. I put stuff that people can relate to because I want people to accept my friend request. So I put like, I'm a mom, you can put whatever people relate to. I'm a mom, oilfield wife, I'm an RN, and I have a quote on there, and then I have my link to my Facebook.
How do you do the link to your Facebook?
You have to go onto Facebook and get the link.
Okay.
I don't know how to do that. It's on there somewhere.
Who did it for you?
Huh?
If you go to your page, you can just copy and paste the URL.
What?
Jade Hooper had a video about how to get like the Facebook information.
Oh,
She had a
okay.
whole thing off of, what is it, like Inc. 361 or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know. I didn't see that, but
Okay.
there's Jade Hooper has a video about it if anyone wants to know. Okay, a lot of people are asking what's Periscope. So we're on Periscope right now. Periscope is an app you can download. It's a video, one-way video chat kind of thing. So we're live on Periscope. Anyone that's on Periscope can watch this. If you're following me or following Marley right now, you will get a notification that that we're live on Facebook, that we just are on Periscope, that we started a Periscope, I guess is what it's called. I don't know.
And then people that are following, they can ask questions.
Yeah, they
So
can
there's,
ask
like,
you
coming
questions.
through.
So it's a really good way to do like team chats and stuff. Like yesterday, I did one about Follow Up Friday, and the people got on and asked questions. I did one a couple days ago about Instagram, and I used 2 phones, and I showed them what I did on Instagram. Because I have a lot of distributors not in California, so it's good for me. There's another app called Latergram. It's not working that good for me, but it's working good for Marley. So it's, you can go on there, you can make your posts, and then you can go on there and post them.
You can schedule them to post
Schedule
later.
them.
So
Schedule
you
them
can
to
write
post
out,
later.
like what I do is every night before I go to bed, I schedule all my posts for the next day. And then like when I'm at work, it'll pop up like, are you ready to post this? You can pick the time and the day. Like you can schedule it
Is
for
anyone asking questions?
far ahead of time.
And it's a picture and your text.
Yeah, it's a picture and your text,
on?
and so it'll pop up on your phone. Are you ready to post this? And you just say yes, and then it'll open your Instagram, and then from Instagram you can post to your Facebook
It's
too.
called Latergram?
Yeah,
Latergram, yeah.
and then your boss doesn't get mad at you for
Yes, but she's doing the same thing.
she's my boss.
So, one thing that I want to think of you guys all to think about is that none of us really have free time to do this business. Like I worked 2 jobs when I started. I have 2 kids. I have a husband. I have a household. I have everything that everyone else has. So, I'm not doing this because I have the most free time in the world. I'm doing this because I want the free time. So that's what you guys need to think about. We're doing this because our future is going to give us the free time. So, if you work now, it's called residual income, if you guys don't know what that is. You're working now because that income is going to continue to pay you. When you're, like, I can go on vacation for a week and not work my business one time, but I'm still going to get paid because it's residual income. So, you guys need to find a way, if you really want to be a part of this business and you really want to have a future where you're, you know, not working every single day, then you need to make a little bit of time each day in order to do this. It only takes, you know, everyone goes to the bathroom. I always say this. Everyone, you know, goes to the bathroom. They, you know, sit on their phone and look through Instagram and Facebook. You know, everyone does that. I don't care who you are. Like, if you can tell me you have no free time, I know that you sit on the couch and watch TV, or you go on Facebook, or you do whatever you do. You take a poop, you know, everyone does whatever. You have time to do something. So make one post. Go onto the Latergram thing when you have free time and make a bunch of posts and post them throughout the week. Use your lunch break to call people. I wasn't allowed to talk about It Works at all at my previous job, which that's the reason I'm not there anymore, is because of It Works, but it's a good thing. I wasn't allowed to talk about it out there at all, so I still built my business just as fine without talking about it at my work, and I'm sure a lot of you guys can talk about it at your work. I mean, look, Marley has her boss as a distributor, so it doesn't matter. You know, you guys need to find ways and time to do it. You guys need to make your excuses your reasons. So if you say, you know, I can't do this because I'm busy with my kids, well, you need to do this for your kids. Are you guys gonna pay? How are you guys gonna pay for your kids' college? You know, like, you need to make those excuses your reasons for doing this business. Talked about posting. Oh, the other things you guys can post about that I try to post about is post selfies, post pictures of food. There was a bunch. Oh, fashion. It's like the 5 F's. It's friendships, fun, freedom,
Money.
faces, which is selfies, fashion, pictures of money. People like. I don't know why, but people like that. Yeah. I think that's it. Food, I said that.
Funny.
Funny, yeah, fun. Fun or funny. Or both. How do you launch a new distributor? So, I launch a new distributor. I share the steps to success. I welcome them to the team. I give them their first post. I tell them that their first goal is to get 4 loyal customers. I share the steps to success with them. I share a Ruby chart, and I tell them to get on the training academy, which is in your eSuite, and it's under It Works You, and it's training. We also have the social media training, so if anyone doesn't know how to work social media, you know, like, for example, my mom, she doesn't know how to work Instagram that good, so I've tried to teach her, but she's also watching John Eric's social media, so she can learn how to do that stuff. So it's not an excuse if you're older or anything like that, because a lot of people will say, well, I don't know how to use the internet or whatever.
John Eric's really good on Periscope too.
Yeah.
He has a lot of good, like, how-to videos. He'll show you.
Yeah, and
Wine banks.
yeah, I know, that was awesome.
Somebody said, do we have to have an eSuite?
Yes. How are you going to run your business?
If you don't, you have to call in all your orders, all your
You will not have a
customers.
okay, if you don't pay for your $20 eSuite, if you guys do anything, have an eSuite. It's $20. You guys are going to make $20 if you're actively working this business every day. You'll make $20, trust me. You can, that's the only way you can access the training academy. That's the only way you can have a website. That's the only way you can sign people up. You can call customer service, but if anyone has been in this business, they know that customer service is a pain in the ass to get a hold of. It takes like 30 minutes to sit on the phone, and it sucks.
And they'll tell you they can't hear you and hang up on you.
Yeah, they've done that to me before. So $20 is worth my time. You know, I want to have that. You can't move a loyal customer. You can't, you know, you can't look at anything in your account. I don't even think you can look at your commissions if you don't have an eSuite.
None of the reports.
Yeah, no reports. You can't look at anything.
What
So-
about running your auto ship?
Running your auto ship.
Yes, you can change the date on your eSuite.
Running your auto ship is not
Wendy just showed up.
required. It's not required, but it's recommended. It's recommended because you want to be using the products, so that's why you should run your auto ship, and to make sure you're 100% commission qualified. It's an ADB auto ship. I don't know if you guys watched that Periscope the other day about Megan Baker. What she said is that she put on her auto ship a box of wraps and a box of greens. So she sold the wraps and she used the greens. And she did that, you know, up until she made any money. So, you know, there's no excuse. I think even Jade said that she was super broke. Like, she had no money and she was still running her auto ship. So you guys can make that money back. It just means you got to hustle a little bit more. You got to, well, for one, you guys should be able to get your auto ship covered for 3 months. So you sign up for $99. You can sell your 4 wraps. You can make back the $100 right there. And if you join the business when we had the BOGO, you can get your money back plus make $100 right there. So then there's that. And then when you get your wrap rewards, you can get 2 boxes of wraps for $50. So you guys can turn around that and make $200, which that's $150. That will cover at least 1 month of auto ship. So you don't have to run an auto ship for your first 30 days, but that will cover your second month's auto ship. Then after you get your 4 loyal customers, you can get $120 in free product, which you can get 2 boxes of wraps. That's $200. That should cover your month 3 auto ship and your month 4 auto ship. So you guys should be able to be covered for 4 months. And I mean, that's not using any products, but if you guys don't want money and you don't have any, then there's a good reason to sell wraps. I still sell wraps, so I don't want to hear that you guys don't have anyone to sell them to. You know, like, I've been in this business for 16 months and there's 1 million distributors in Bakersfield, and I know that, but I still sell wraps. So if I can do it, then I know you guys can. And I don't even try. Another thing about when you guys have distributors is whenever, say you have a distributor and they don't know what to say to one of their loyal customers, you guys need to tell them what to say. So like, say someone messaged them and they asked them a weird question, well, I just tell my distributor, send me a snapshot of the picture and I'll tell you what to write back so that they don't do too much or say too much. How to get a distributor. This is like what everyone says is, the first thing is you guys need to change your attitude about getting a distributor. So you guys need to know that you can do it. You need to tell yourself every day that you can do it. I wake up every single day. My goal is to sign up 1 person, whether it's a loyal customer or a distributor. I have that in my mind. That's my goal for the day. So that's what I'm working towards with my posts. Say that I signed up, like I already signed up a loyal customer this morning. So my goal, like in my posts, I'm working in my posts towards signing up a distributor. Like that's what my goal is today. So I'll gear my posts towards signing up a distributor, and I'll tell them, say things in my posts that are towards getting a distributor. Stay positive about it, and you guys have to know, you know, what you want. Like Madra Jones said at conference, she woke up every single day and she told herself that she was an Ambassador Diamond, and then she wasn't, but she told herself she acted like an Ambassador Diamond, so then she became an Ambassador Diamond eventually, within a couple months. I always tell people, you need to think about what made you become a distributor. What post did you see that wanted you to become a distributor? So I say, you know, like, if that, whatever you saw, that's what you guys need to be sharing. Or ask your upline how they get distributors. I tell you guys everything what to do, but you guys need to believe in yourselves and believe that you guys can do that. Like, I can't force you to want to do this business and want to get distributors, and I know you guys all want it, but like, is it like a burning fire inside of you that you're gonna make this work, or is there still doubt in your mind? You know, you guys have to get rid of that doubt, and you guys have to, you know that this can work. I never let one excuse get to me. When I first started, I signed up just to get some wraps. So I really didn't care what happened with It Works. You know, like when I signed up, I was like, oh, I'll just get some wraps and see what happens. But in my mind, I wasn't like, oh my God, my first check was only $100. This is such a waste of my time. This is ridiculous. Like, that's negative, and I don't want to hear that from anyone. So if you really want to be in this business, then you guys need to think, oh my God, I just got $100 from sitting on my phone texting people. You guys do that anyways. You guys sit on your ass and watch TV and Instagram, and it's not that any different. So if you got paid $100 to sit on your phone, then you should be proud. I mean, not a lot of people can do that. So, I mean, they can if they join your team, but, you know, that's whatever. So you need to share what Earworks is doing for your life. So I tell everyone what Earworks has done for my life. You guys need to share what it's done, even if it's big or small. If it helped you put a tank of gas in your car, then that's important to someone. And maybe it's not important to someone that has money, but maybe it's important to someone out there, that can't afford gas, or they have to wait till payday to get gas. That stuff's important to people. So, just because someone has money too, I don't want you guys to rule them out. I mean, I could plenty afford my bills. I had a great job. My husband has a great job. So I never was struggling in that way, but I wanted to try some wraps. So you never know why people join. Maybe people join because they want more friends, or they don't have a life outside their kids, and that's their life. They're a stay-at-home mom, and they don't get to do anything else. They want something more. And just because someone is content in their life doesn't mean that they don't want more. Like, I had everything I wanted in life, and I still wanted more. I want to go on vacations and not worry about money. I don't want to put my vacations on a credit card. I want to go and just go on vacation whenever I want. I mean, before I could never do that. Like, I couldn't just get on an airplane. And I can tell you, since November, I've been to Hawaii, I've been to Florida twice, I've been to Arizona. Before that, I can never say that I would have been able to do that without saving my money or putting it on a credit card. I can get on an airplane tomorrow and take my kids wherever I wanted in the world, pretty much. I want you guys to feel that freedom. The other one that I do want to tell you is there was a girl that at conference, and she's 20 years old. She came from a town of 27 people, was her graduating class. She is a presidential diamond. Her first check was $27. And I don't want to hear excuses that everyone in Bakersfield does it works, or everyone, everyone's doing this, or there's a lot of people on Instagram or whatever, because this girl, 20 years old, she came from a town of 27 people. Like, that's not an excuse. Her check is $20,000 a month, and she is 20 years old. Like, that's life-changing, So you guys need to put your excuses aside, and who cares? I think it's better. I want everyone in Bakersfield to do it. I still sign up people from Bakersfield all the time. So I had done this business for I think for 1 year when I signed up Cassie, and she went double diamond in 2 months. So there's no excuses, and pretty much everyone that she has is from Bakersfield. So, I don't think that that's a good excuse. I think that's it for me.
Somebody asked about vendor events.
You can do them. What do you want to know about it?
Do you do them?
I did them when I first started. I didn't get a lot of people from it, though.
But it's good experience.
It's good experience to talk to people and reach out to people. I mean, I think I've never really, I don't know if I've ever gotten any person from it, but I don't think I really knew what I was doing either. I mean, I probably would watch a couple of YouTube videos before I ever did another one. Any other questions? No one on Periscope has questions? Anything else I should go over, people?
I was wondering how on the posts when you have your picture and then you put in your website or something. Mm-hmm. How do you do that?
Oh, on the picture?
Yeah.
You have to get a pic edit app. There's a bunch of different ones. I use A Beautiful Mess. I think there's Pic Collage, Pic Art.
You can just type it in the app.
Type in, and the apps type Pic Edit.
Collage. Okay.
Picture editor or Pic Collage or something like that, and you'll find anything.
You do that so people can't steal.
What?
Basically, is that way?
I don't put it on my pictures. No. Some people do.
I accidentally post one on somebody's website. Mama's getting some business.
How long do you wait before deleting people off of Instagram that aren't following you?
Well, I go to my what's it called, InstaTrack, and I go to the very bottom of it because those are the people that I've been following for a little while. The ones at the top of the InstaTrack are the ones that you just followed. the ones at the bottom are the people that you've been following for a while, so I unfollow those people. I unfollow every single day because I'm trying to follow 60 people an hour, so that's like, if I'm doing it 10 hours, that's 600 people that I'm following, you know, so.
How many hours would you say that you actually put in the business a day?
Well, I'm not the right person to ask about that because this is like my life, so I mean.
Okay, when you first started.
When I first started.
Like, what made you, like, want to build your, like, actually become, like, build your legacy? You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like,
when I first started, I just wanted to try some reps, but I started because I saw what other people were doing. You know, like, I saw, you know, I think you just, I don't know, you just have it in you or you don't. I mean, like, you have that burning desire in you to become a better person and make more money and share this product, and you have to really love It Works. I mean, like, there's people out there that, you know, if you don't love It Works, if you don't love our products, if you don't love, you know, what it's doing for people, if you don't see that someone else changing their life, if that's not motivating to you, then you're not going to do anything with It Works. You know, like, I just saw what it was doing for other people, how it was blessing other people's lives, and so I was like, I want that. I have to have that, or I want my friends to have that. I mean, like, I'll give you an example. Marley, she thought that I was like a retard, and she said that you're like in a scam for like 3 months before she signed up with me. And she was like, oh, okay, I'll just try it. And I was like that was like, oh my God, yay, my friend, like, she's doing this with me. Like, because when I first started, I asked all my friends to do it, and they didn't want to. Well, a lot of them didn't. Like, Stephanie, I asked her, she didn't want to do it when she first started with me. You know, like, only a couple people did, but, you know, like, I don't know, I just have always had that burning desire to, but I'm just like that person in general. Like, I have that desire to always want more. I mean, I've accomplished a lot in my life already. Like, I went to beauty school when I was in high school. I did hair for, you know, 10 years. Then I went to nursing school because I just wanted more. I graduated nursing school. I had a job. I had the dream job that I wanted as a nurse, and I still wanted more. Like, I've never felt like settling in my life. So I've always, you know, to me, a 9-to-5 job and you know, I mean, even a $3,000 to $5,000 paycheck isn't good enough for me. You know, like, I just want more. Like, I always want more. So, you know, you have to have that inside of you in order for you have to want more out of your life, I think. And if you don't, if you're content with what you're doing in your life, then this isn't going to work for you. You know, like, you just have to have that, I guess. I mean, I don't know how else to, I'll do whatever it takes in order to make this work for me, you know, and I know that there's a lot of people in this room that feel the same way. So, I mean, I don't know. What do you think about that?
I think I started because I didn't want to go back to work, and I had all intentions of going back to work before I had my son, and then time was approaching. I had my background in human resources and stuff, and so I had applied for, like, I spent hours every day applying for work from home jobs and wasn't hearing anything back because you're just another name in a bucket when you apply online, you know, but yeah, I was like, it killed me to leave them, and that's not everybody's goal, and that's what I tell people is maybe that's not your goal because I'm going to school to be a nurse, so I'm going to be a working mom at some point again, but I didn't want to work 5 days a week and be away from him. I just didn't. So I didn't even know Alicia. I never even had tried one product, and I was tagged in her story. And I mean, it was like, what's the worst that can happen? I spend $99 and nothing happens. Well, how am I going to know if I don't at least try it? But it just, yeah, I think you're right. It just depends on, like, what drives you, and he was completely reason enough for me. And I was able to quit my job in, not even 2 months?
Yeah.
And be at home, and now I'm going to school, and I start in a couple weeks, and yeah, I'll be away from him, but I will only be away from him for school, not because I have to work too. And I mean, nursing school is going to be super hard, and there's so many people that have to work a full-time job and do both, and I'm only because of It Works am I able to not have to do that. My husband's a firefighter, and it's an amazing job, but they don't make, you know, a ton of money unless he's gone and working overtime all the time. Well, time at home with Evan is important to him, so he's not doing that anymore. So we had to make, like, a certain amount of money, and it was like, yeah, I've totally had people talk crap, and I've had personal friends that I see on Instatrack that follow me, and it's just like, whatever. They're not paying my bills and they're not allowing me time with my baby. So this business has. And I mean, that is completely my driving force. And if you don't, it's just whatever is important to you, you know. So I tell people that all the time. If it's going on vacation and not having to like worry about how you're going to pay for it, then let that be your reason to do it. If it is because you want more time with your family, let that be your reason. Or whatever, pay for groceries without it coming out of your paycheck. Whatever it is, you know, you just have to find what your reason is. And I mean, kind of along the same lines of what you said.
And I just want to tell you guys that is the power of social media. I didn't know Cassie before this. We weren't even friends on Facebook or Instagram. She was tagged by someone else in one of my posts, and now she's a double diamond under me. So, you know, that's the power of social media. So you guys need to know that, you know, there is people out there that have that same burning desire as you, and, you know, now she's my friend. I would have never known her, and I'm so thankful for that, you know. So, you know, you have to have that in you, and if you don't have that in you to want more and to be more, then, you know, it's not gonna happen. So, I mean, I don't know. Does anyone else have anything they want to say about that? Lindy?
Well, I was so late and look like this today because we're actually, oh my God, we went out last night for a going away party. We are moving to the beach on Sunday. And when I started, I had to take out a credit card to even pay the $99. Like, I had no money. I was in school, bartending, 2 kids, a husband, the mortgage, all that. And, like, now I'm home and...
Not bartending.
Not bartending, thank God. And we're moving to Shell Beach, you know, in a week. So it's, yeah, life-changing.
But what drives you to...
Oh, my kids, and not going back to bartending. Like, I bartended for 14 years, and, like, that's drive enough. I worked with Chanel, actually, and Marley, and served some other people in the room, but... But, no, I didn't want to have to leave at, you know, 8 at night and come home at 4 in the morning and all that. So that was drive enough to be home with my medically fragile kids, who you wouldn't know that they have issues, but they do, and we owe millions to doctors, literally millions. Like, it'd be something I'd never pay off in my lifetime, but now it's, like, attainable, you know? Yeah.
So, those are what drives people. I mean, I guess does that answer all your questions about that?
Yeah, no, because a lot of people, when they sign up, they're like, I just don't have the time, which I say the same thing you do. You know, I post when I go to the bathroom, and that's what I do. And, but a lot of them are like, you know, I just, like, it takes more work than what you're telling me that it is. Hello, paparazzi. And, you know, and I just wanted people to, like, kind of get an idea of, like, where you guys come from, like, how many hours do you really put in this business, you know? But it's also, you make your own paycheck, is what I've been told, too. So if you only put 2 hours in, you could get a $25 paycheck, so.
Well, I mean,
in a positive, I'm trying to be, like, a positive note.
Well, I mean, I can tell you that now, I mean, I don't put steady hours in, like, I'm not sitting at my phone for, like, 8 hours a day, but, like, I can... Like, let me just say, like, yesterday I, you know, woke up, took my kids to school,
Did a Periscope.
preschool. I came home, I was doing follow-ups. I mean, I probably sat on my phone for like 3 hours doing follow-ups, but I signed up 5 loyal customers and 1 distributor yesterday, so it paid off for me. You know, because I got 3 Fast Start bonuses, that was $300, you know, so I'll sit there for 3 hours and make $300, but,
$100 an hour.
yeah, you know, so I mean, I did that, but, you know, that's because that's what I want to do with my time, and after that, I went to lunch at 12 o'clock, I wasn't on my phone, I went to lunch with my friends, had a drink, came home, went and picked up my kids, then, what did I do?
Yogurt with your kids.
So yeah,
Or was that a late
no, that was it. Came home, and then I worked on my business a little bit longer. Then I took my kids to Target. We went and got yogurt. Then I came home, made dinner, put my kids to bed, worked on my business for a little longer, went to sleep, woke up. Now I'm here. Then I'm going to go to a birthday party in a little while. You know, like, so I'm not working my business constantly, but I have so much free time that I can work my business whenever I want because It Works has allowed me to do that. So
you did put in a lot of effort in the beginning.
I mean, I did put in a lot of effort because, like but I still, at my job, like when I worked 9 to 5. I would wake up early and I would sit on my phone for about an hour. I would make posts. I would follow up with people. I would text my team. I would make a team post, and then I would go to work. And then probably before I started work, I would get on my phone a little longer, and then I would get on my phone on my lunch break, and then after I got off work, you know, at nighttime when I put my kids to bed, I would get on my phone for a little longer. You know, like I just made it work for me, you know, like I'm not going to sit there on my phone for hours on end, but I'll do it a little bit all the time. Yeah. And you guys are all doing that anyways. Everywhere you go, everyone's on their damn phone. So if you're on your phone anyways, just
might as well get paid for it.
Yeah.
Make it work.
Yeah. Make a post, or, you know, we make it so easy for you guys. I don't know how anyone couldn't do it, because I feel like I've made it so easy for everyone to do. I tell you exactly what to do. I tell you exactly what to say. I tell you what to post. I mean, I don't know how it could be any easier. I didn't have anyone doing that for me. No one told me what to say, what to post. I just post. I mean, if I look back at my 1 year ago, I was like I just saw something and I had posted like 7 times in one day, like about It Works, like an annoying person. So, you know, I think it's just, you learn, and I've taught you guys everything that has made me successful, and the stuff that I say not to do, and the stuff that I do, because I've already done that, you know.
I have one quick question. We mentioned before about unfriending or unfollowing our friends who are joined on other teams. How do you guys feel about that? Like,
I don't unfriend or unfollow people that aren't on my team.
Okay.
Well, actually, I let everyone that's on Facebook, I let everyone friend me, because Facebook's just like, I've met friends all over the country from It Works.
Right.
So it's really hard for me to say who I've met and who have not, because I've met so many people. You know, I've gone to conferences and all that stuff, and I went to Arizona on a retreat with 40 girls. Like, you know, I have all those friends, and they're not stealing my friends. Well, at least I hope they're not, but, you know, I don't think they are. But on Instagram, it's just different. It's because, I don't know, people do it on Instagram, and I don't know why, but I don't think if they're like your personal friend that's with It Works, then I don't think you need to block them.
Well, how do you know that they're doing it on Instagram?
If you go look at someone's followers, and if like all their followers are pretty much the same as yours.
I don't know.
Well, like, for example, okay, like, let me give you an example. This is someone that was with It Works, and they had followed my mom, and I'm like,
yeah,
you follow my mom?
That's what
like,
me.
Of all people, like, that's really weird to me, so I blocked them. Like, that's not normal, like, to me, so I blocked that person.
And how about, like, we're okay with people using our posts, but don't post, like, right after, like, the same thing, like, somebody took your food post.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like,
Change
I
it
don't
up
care
a
if
little.
anyone copies my posts, but, like, okay, like, say that I make a post about, say I posted something, just say it's about myself, and I'm posting a picture of my results with hair, skin, and nails, like, and I wrote whatever I wrote, like, I mean, I think it's kind of weird to, like, go post it, like, 2 seconds after me.
Share.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't share people's posts, but don't, like, post the same thing with my same wordings, like, 2 seconds later. Like, can you, like, give it a couple hours, you know, because...
Like, go back to older posts, or...
Yeah, like, I mean,
use your
I
own
follow
wording.
people a lot, and I don't care, it really doesn't bother me, but I just think it makes that person look like, oh, you just copied her post, and I don't want people to look like that, you know, like, because, you know, especially if you're from Bakersfield, we have a lot of mutual friends. Mm-hmm. So people are going to see my post, and then they're going to see your post 2 seconds later. So, like, yeah, they're going to be like, well, why'd you do that? And I mean, I don't think anyone really does that. I mean, I've only seen it like once or twice. I don't think it's anyone here, so just...
I think an advice to give, because I kind of went through that with someone, make sure that you know when you are, like, sharing a post, make sure you know what that person did take, because if these people ask you, oh, hey, she had that great result, what did she take, and then you're caught up, they can tell if like you're lying or making stuff up. So just I've had that, not personally to me, but a friend of mine. So
Well, if I don't know what it is, I just post it on the team page and I'll be like, or the Skinny Rep Legacy, I'll post, does anyone know what this person used? If no one knows, then I just erase it.
well, I think it's because they.
I post
took
stuff
out
that I don't
theirs.
know what they used all the time.
Yeah.
Well, Chanel had she posted your lunch, right? Or something like that. Like some random thing, and somebody not
Saying it was
even
hers.
on her own team or anywhere near our team, reposted it and said it was her lunch friend and her friend that she was with, or something like copied word for word. She doesn't even know any.
That's kind of different.
That's okay. It's fine. You just block them. Move on.
I had an
No
experience.
drama.
My first wrap party I went to, I couldn't afford to buy a wrap, so I just kind of hung out and tested the waters, and I was automatically added into a group of 2 girls who created their own. It was Fit Fabulous Moms, and it wasn't like it works. It just wasn't anything about the product. It was just sharing, healthy eating styles and stuff. And when I became a DT, I was loyal to this team because I've been friends with Christy since 5th grade. And once they found out I was a DT, they blocked me, and they're like, "You're a traitor. You're this. You're that." They unfriended. They blocked me from the group. They just I was like, wow, there's sharks out there.
Well, you just can't take it personal. I mean,
Yeah, definitely.
I block people all the time, and I'll tell you what, I have my loyal customers, and a lot of my loyal customers, they go sign up with other people all the time. And you know what? I just think, well, that's your problem, and I just block them.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. It's not personal. It's business.
Right.
That's my business. That pretty much, they probably felt like they introduced the business to you.
Yeah.
And so they're
right,
thinking
right.
it's business. Mm-hmm. It's business for them. You were their potential. It was their business, so they blocked you. And I don't think it's anything personal. Yeah. That's just how it is. And, I'm not going to really say it hurts your feelings, but it's just they probably felt like they got business taken out from underneath them. You know what I mean? And I feel the same way when one of my little customers goes and signs up, I feel like, well, that's annoying, because I did everything. I told you all about the business. I signed you up as a little customer and you went and signed up with someone else. And I think that that's rude, but that's life, and that's just how it is. And you can't take it personal because it's business, and I'm protecting my business, and someone else is out there working their business, and they obviously worked their business better to get that person than I did. So it's time for me to step my game up when that happens.
Any more questions? They're quiet.
All right, guys, I'm about to sign off if you guys don't have any questions.